Hello everyone, I'm Venus. I'm back here with another pick a card reading. Today's reading, we'll be taking a look at what compliments do you get behind your back. So we have three options here. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time, but we'll be getting straight into the reading right now. Hello everyone that chose option number one. So what compliments do you get behind your back? We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Knight of Wands as the bottom of the deck energy. Okay, so straight away what I'm getting for you guys with these cards, people compliment you on being lucky. People see you as being very, very lucky. Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. People may see you as someone who is spoiled, who gets your way. We have the Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. All of these cards speak to abundance, also being very prosperous, and fortunate. Also, the Empress does not have to work hard. The Empress is Venusian energy. She doesn't have to work very hard. She can just kind of relax. So people may compliment you on how lucky you are, especially if things just seem to come easy for you. I'm not saying that things are easy for you or they do come easy for you, but the perception of other people is that it may seem as though things come very easy for you. People may even see you as a type of person that people love to spoil or would like to spoil or who is spoiled or you've been spoiled. You may have very nice things here with the Nine of Cups. You may look like someone who has it all, and you seem very content in your singleness. Some of you guys could be in a relationship, but with the Queen of Swords here, I tend to get a very single energy with the Queen of Swords, but we also have the Nine of Cups. So that's also, a single indicator. So you guys could be single. Obviously, not everyone has to be. But if you are single, people may see you as being very, very content with being single. Like it's by choice. Like people may feel intimidated in approaching you because they feel like you kind of have it all. Like people may see you as someone who's very no BS. Like maybe you've been through, the Queen of Swords, she has experience in relationships. So people may see you as someone who maybe you've been divorced before or you've been separated from a long-term relationship. Like maybe you were in something long-term or you've been in serious relationships before, and maybe, like by choice, like maybe you called things off or you broke up with your person, or if they broke up with you, it's kind of like you've evolved to a certain point where you kind of like have an intimidating vibe where it's like, I've learned from my past mistakes or relationships. So, you can't just get in here super easily. And also, I already have everything that I want. That's the air you give. But this is how people are complimenting you. So people may feel like you really bossed up since leaving a relationship or becoming single or whatever the case may be, or growing through certain situations. People may compliment you on that and be like, wow, this person really bossed up in their life. Like, look at them now. Like you just kind of seemed more confident. You seem more like confident in your own thinking, like in who you are as a person. Like nobody can really shake you. It's like you have a very solid confidence here with the Queen of Swords and the Empress that is intimidating. Like people may feel like you're hip to game now. You're very smart and intelligent. You kind of know the tricks and everything like that because you've been through things. So people compliment you on that. It's like how much wisdom has come over time with you. Like people just see you as someone who's really kind of like evolved and matured. That's the word I'm looking for. Like your maturity is something that people compliment you on behind your back. With the Empress and the Queen of Swords, people also talk about you being absolutely beautiful. Okay, the Empress is beauty. Okay, and we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck energy. So you guys could actually be very, very have above average looks, very, very attractive person. Like when I see this Empress card, I just get gorgeous, beautiful person, like you look very healthy, you have a very beautiful, healthy looking body, whatever body type you have. Some of you guys may have a more athletic or you've worked on your appearance. With the Knight of Wands, you may have been someone who really worked on your physical body or your appearance in some kind of way, because Knight of Wands kind of like active and putting in work and things like that. And also like physically, it literally represents someone having a more athletic build or like a very youthful, healthy looking body, but very attractive, sexy. The wands always indicate sex appeal and someone being very, very attractive. So that paired with the Empress, some of you guys may have worked on your body in the gym, or you've grown up in some kind of way, you've really been putting in work on your body or something like that. You get compliments on that. You know, others of you guys, you don't have to have done anything like that, but maybe you look like that. But also, whatever your body type is, people just see you as a very beautiful, attractive person. Some of you guys can be very voluptuous, curvy here with the Empress, you know, because she is a voluptuous woman, you know. So yeah, you guys can be curvaceous, beautiful. Some of you guys have a banging body in that way. Like maybe you got like these banging curves here with the Knight of Wands and the Queen and the Empress also. So like you may like be like very voluptuous and like you know, like hot. Like you may have like very attractive features in those ways, you know? So like banging body or bodacious or something like that. Voluptuous, you know? But anyway, so what people compliment you on behind your back, it's just such a confidence that comes with you. Like whatever stage of life you're in right now, you just seem so comfortable in your skin. You seem so like you have everything, or you made out really well. Like people may compliment you on like, wow, this person really made out well, you know? The Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups, like maybe things weren't always this way for you, but it seems like things have kind of turned in your favor here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups. You know, that literally gives hitting the lottery. Not saying that you guys have hit the lottery, maybe you have, but if the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups, like that's giving, you know, you hit the lottery vibes. But you know, if I could just translate that into, you know, reality, it's more so like people may see you as winning, you know, in life. Like you turned over a new leaf and thing, or you know, life kind of turned over a new leaf for you in a very positive way, you know, and things are working out for you. You're in a good place. It's like, and it's like you know who you are, but it's also like I said, just this very self-assured confidence, you know. Yeah, so that is how people compliment you behind your back. You just seem like you're winning or something. Like I get like people may see you as someone who like you really came out on the better side of something, or you're winning in life, you know, like as giving like for example, people around you could be in relationships, but they could literally be like not jealous of you for being single, but I'm saying like they could be low-key envious, but not in a bad way. But you know, like people being like, dang, you know, secretly they could be thinking like, dang, you know, this person's doing so well single, or they bossed up so much after their relationship. I wish I had never gotten to the relationship that I'm in, or now I've settled and this isn't where I want to be in life. Like people could see you as winning, or you know, like looking at you being single or living life the way you wanted to live your life, you know, and it worked out for you, and they may feel like, dang, I should have did what they did. You know, it's giving those vibes as well. You know how you hear those people sometimes they'll be like regretting getting into relationships or settling down or whatever like that, and they'll be jealous of their single friends. Not jealous in a bad way where they're trying to sabotage, but I'm saying like they'll be like low-key envious of like, dang, you know, like these people get to go out and have fun or do this and that and the third, or whatever the case may be, and be single and just kind of live for themselves or whatever. But you know, here I am tied up and I have all these obligations within this relationship. I'm just getting that, like it feels like that because it's such an emphasis, because if people are complimenting you behind your back on such an emphasis on like your singleness, and you know, you seem to be winning and things working out for you and you looking good and stuff after a relationship, it's giving vibes of people around you in relationships may be envious of you, you know, because they see you as kind of thriving within your singleness. Yeah, some of you guys could be single parents here with the Empress. You could be a single mother, but you're a hot mom, a MILF, okay, or a DILF or whoever, but you're a single hot parent. But yeah, but it's like life, you know how they always say like, well, I don't know if you guys see, but sometimes I'll see like on TikTok or whatever, like people always talk about like moms who are like single moms and they only have like one kid, and they're always like, those moms are always like fab, they always look good, and you know, they keep up with themselves, and you know, like it, they always, you know, talk about that. But it's giving that vibe. Like you could be like that. You could be like this very like fabulous single mother, you know, like you got that fly MILF vibe, mom vibe, you know? But obviously not everyone is going to be a parent, but I had to put that out there for those of you that are. But yeah, I mean, people really have very nothing but positive things to basically say about you. And if they're not actually having these conversations, these are the thoughts that people have about you. You know, like the compliments that go by in their head is like, wow, look at this person. Like they're so beautiful. You know, look at how life ended up working out in their favor, you know, and they really just kind of listen to themselves, or they've been through these things, but now like look at them winning, like they really won in the end or something like that, or you know, it's that kind of thing here. But they could also see you as being very spontaneous, someone who's adventurous and fun, and you could be outdoorsy, or you could be in, some of you guys may be into dancing or anything like that. Like you could be literally like professional ballerinas or anything. I'm just seeing that on this Wheel of Fortune. Obviously not everyone, but you may have special interest or something like that, really cool hobbies or anything like that that people see you involving yourself in or something like that. And it's like that, it kind of seems like you see all these trophies back here, like you're winning, like, you know, like you have time to invest on yourself, your physical appearance, your life, your hobbies, you know what you want to do or something like that. Seems like you have a very fulfilling life. Nine of Cups, like you feel very fulfilled. People see you as being very fulfilled in your life, and you don't really seem like you're desperately seeking for anything. Like you don't seem like someone who even really like is thinking about relationships, or you just seem very settled within who you are and how your life is going, and you're happy. And it seems like you've come to this through experience, like you're really happy with your life, you know? But that is what I have for you guys who chose option number one. I hope that it resonated or brought you clarity. So if it's like the reading, feel free to subscribe if you like the content. But that's all. Bye. Hello, everyone that chose option number two. So, what compliments do you get behind your back? We have the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Death card, and the Lover's card as the bottom of the deck energy. So, what compliments do you guys get behind your back? So, honestly, I feel like this is from people or a person that maybe you've distanced yourself from. So, compliments you get behind your back is that people see you as family. You know, people may see you as a very family oriented person, or people literally see you as family. There's a warmth that they feel when they're a part of your life. You may have a lot of long lasting relationships if it's not literally family members, you know, but there's people in your life that regard you as family, or you've had very long strong connections with you. They've had very long strong relationships and connections with you, and they see you as a very loyal person, someone that you can have stability and longevity with. They also see you as someone that they really enjoy talking to. So people may compliment you on being someone that they're very close with, or that they could see themselves having a family with, or building something with, or being very family oriented, or being a very loyal person, someone that you can build things with in general. You may be someone who maybe likes to be alone, or you have a more emotionally detached personality or something like that, or it can come across that way. Or maybe you just need your time and your space to yourself, you know, or maybe this is literally coming from people that you've kind of distanced yourself from. This could be family members or anything like that. But yes, you know, they still think of you in a highlight, and they still feel close and connected to you. That's basically what I'm getting here. So like even if you've emotionally detached from some people or kind of distanced yourself, they still have nothing but good things to say about you, and they still feel quite a very strong connection here with you with the Ten of Pentacles. So they still regard you as family, or someone that's very close to them like family, or someone that they had a very long friendship with, very long relationship with, and they see you as such. People may even compliment you on how you were able to kind of like go on your own path away from your family. So like some of you guys may have moved far away or something like that, but it's like the fact that you're able to kind of like go out on your own and stuff like that. People may compliment you on that if that is something that you've done, like if you just kind of like picked up and moved or separated yourself from people. But I mean, it doesn't have to be for any reason, but I'm saying like maybe, you know, for school or college or whatever the case may be, but maybe people have just seen you kind of like move far away, and that's something that they compliment you on, that you can kind of like go at things alone. People may also see you as just having like a deeper, like just being a deeper person in general, because the Eight of Cups is like a soul searching card. It's about, you know, deciding to walk away from those cups and kind of like look within yourself, or like go on a journey alone, because it's moving from the Seven of Cups of confusion to the Eight of Cups of emotional detachment, and kind of like separating and going on your own solo journey. So people may see you as someone who just a deeper person overall. You know, maybe you have water energy in your chart, but we have the Lovers card as the bottom of the deck energy. So people feel very, very, very strong connections to you. So anyone you've been in a relationship with, it feels like they just feel like you are their other half or their soulmate. Like some of you guys, like for most of you guys who are here, you know, with option number two, I'm really getting that it's relationships. It's like someone you've dealt with in the past, an ex or something like that. You may have had an ex that got really close to you, your family, and everything like that. And maybe you've broken up, or things have drastically changed here with the death card between the two of you guys. You've separated, or you're in a period of separation right now. However, they still feel this very strong closeness to you. They still believe in their heart that you are their soulmate, or that you were supposed to be a part of their life, or they feel like, this is my other half. The Lovers card always gives that energy to me, because it's one of a kind. There's nothing else like that type of connection. It feels like fated in a sense. It feels like we were put here for each other. Now, I'm not saying if that's true or not. I'm just saying that's how strong of a connection someone feels with you. So I don't know if this is multiple people, like multiple exes from your past, or if a specific person, but it feels as though you've had a romantic connection with someone that still feels very strongly about you, or they still feel the same. Like, they may understand why, maybe you've separated yourself or gone on your own little solo journey. However, they still feel how they feel about you. It keeps giving me vibes like this could be someone that you were very close with, or maybe things move very fast with this person, or they may compliment you guys on like the conversations you had, or the closeness, or whatever the case may be. But things have completely changed, but they still see you in a very positive light, or they still see you the way they have always seen you, kind of vibe. But yeah, 10 of Pentacles, maybe your families are close, or they hung out with your family, or they hang out with your family, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, with the Death card, it's like you may be getting complimented on the fact that regardless of all of this energy, like these relationships, when something's over with the Death card, like you're able to walk away from things that no longer serve you. If you're feeling unfulfilled, like say you broke up with someone, and you were feeling unfulfilled, you left the relationship, you were able to do that, or you're going through your own transformation or whatever, and you do what you need to do to fulfill yourself, or to satisfy yourself in that way. Like, if you feel like something's not fulfilling to you, or it's not working for you, then you will leave it, or you will end things, or you will, completely transform whatever it is. So yeah, people basically compliment you on these things. I guess they probably admire about you, like just seeing you as this type of person that's able to do these kinds of things. But I'm really getting like overall, like it's just the overall vibe I'm getting, like compliments, like someone is seeing you the way they've always seen you, like regardless of if you're not talking to this person, if you separate yourself from this person, there's distance here, they still love you, they still see you as family, they still see you as someone that they could build a life with, they still see you as someone that they had a very long special relationship with, or something like that, or that they've built things with, or that they could build things with. They see you as someone very trustworthy, very loyal, someone that they've known for years perhaps, or something like that. And they do believe that you guys are soulmates, lovers. They really feel like you guys are meant for one another, or that you are their other half, you are their complementary opposite, that kind of thing. Like, this person is like, they could see themselves in you, even, like this person is the feminine version of me, or the masculine version of me, that kind of energy. You guys may have also kind of like started your own family, or anything like that, or you're kind of like working on building your family right now, or something. You could be going through transformations in your life right now, like starting your legacy or something, like I don't know necessarily what it is. It's going to be different for everyone, but yeah, you could be getting compliments on, how family oriented you are. It's like maybe you had to separate yourself, and now you've kind of like, through this journey, you were able to kind of like reconnect with yourself, or really um, get to some kind of stable place, and you've been able to really build something. So maybe you kind of left and you built something for yourself, and that is what people are complimenting you on. Like, maybe you kind of like got yourself away from what you needed to, and you were able to build something very strong, and stable. So you have like this very beautiful, healthy family life. People may compliment you on your family, even like you have a wonderful family. You have like a very full house, or full family, like that's supportive, that loves you, or anything like that. Or you've been able to build that for yourself, or something like that. Or you've been able to just build stability in your own life, And somebody could be really wanting to talk to you and have transformation, like things have changed since the last time you guys spoke or whatever the case may be. So yeah, they're basically just complimenting you on the fact that you were able to transform your life and really build something. And they still feel this very strong connection to you. Like, I don't feel like there's any hard feelings at all. If you broke up with this person or left them, I don't see any hard feelings. But I do feel like this person does want to talk to you. But that's basically what I'm getting for you guys. Overall, people are just, complimenting you on these things. But there's also a specific person here who is wanting to talk to you and maybe wanting some change in your relationship. But that is what I have for you guys. Hope that it resonated. Bye. Hello, everyone that chose option number 3. So, what compliments do you get behind your back? So we have the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, the Strength card, the Hermit, and the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck energy. So immediately what I'm getting for you guys, what people compliment you on behind your back, people compliment you on being a leader. Okay, people see you as someone very, very intelligent, very smart. You have a spiritual vibe to you, okay? With the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, that's giving Sagittarius energy. You don't have to be a Sagittarius, but Sagittarius has that preacher vibe to them, or they have that vibe where the words that they speak are very powerful sometimes, like when they're speaking on their beliefs, and things like that. So you could be someone who you have very empowering speech, or you're a leader, or people really see you as a wise person, or someone who isn't easily swayed or anything like that. You have your own belief system. You have a very strong spiritual backbone. You're not flaky or anything like that. You do what you want. You do what you believe. You're a leader. People also see you as very strong here with the Strength card. I get strength in the sense that people see you as not being weak. Like, you're not someone who's gonna like go back. Like, if you've made your mind up about something, you're not gonna go back, or it's not giving that. People don't see you as someone who goes back, like you're like this weak person who goes back to people who don't treat you right, or exes or anything like that. Not saying that people who do that are necessarily just weak, but I'm saying people are seeing you as someone who's strong. You have this resistance where it's like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that, or why would I do that to myself? Like, I care about myself. It's that kind of energy. Like, you're not gonna put yourself in situations like that or waste your time. You seem like someone who's like, yeah, you're very confident. You don't waste your time. And you may really like to empower other people too. Like, maybe you really are like very spiritual person, and you preach kind of like certain things, or people look up to you for your words of wisdom, or you could, just come across as just an empowering person in general, like strong. Like I said, like, people may really look up to you whether you are doing this intentionally or not. They just see you as someone who's very like bad bee vibes, okay? Like, yeah, and whatever the male equivalent to that is, but like a boss. You could be outspoken too. Like, you're not afraid to speak your mind. Queen of Wands, like, fire signs never are scared to, say what's on their mind or be outspoken. It's that kind of vibe. Like, you are not afraid to speak your mind or be outspoken or be controversial or anything. It's whatever you believe. It's just given like you really believe in yourself. People compliment you on how much you believe in yourself, your confidence, and also you're hot. Okay, the Queen of Wands is hot, and the Strength card is here. So you guys are very, very sexy, very, very hot. Like I said in another pile, wands indicate sex appeal, just being a very sexy person. You're hot. So whether this is literally your physical appearance, but it usually manifests that way. But it can also be your personality, but it's giving, in addition to, if you like, in addition to you already being physically attractive, you got this amazing personality that's just like so charismatic, in a sense of, people are just drawn to. It's like you have a strong personality people are drawn to. Even if you feel like, maybe if you're quiet and you chose this pile or anything like that, maybe the way you express yourself, is kind of loud or confident. It expresses confidence in some kind of way, but what you could be, because we had the Hermit here. So some of you guys could be more loner types or anything like that. Maybe you are more introverted or quiet or anything like that. But just because you're introverted doesn't necessarily mean you're quiet. But, if you are, then, like I said, something about the way you do express whatever it is that you express, or on a physical level, like how you creatively express or anything like that, people really get confidence from you. People really get, leader vibes from you. People really get you kind of like do what you want. But I really get with the Queen of Wands, like, you're someone, it's like you may even like to share a story. Like, you're not afraid to do, like tell like, like a story, or you know, of your life, what you've been through or whatever, you know, like an empowering kind of thing. Some of you guys are more lone wolf types. Like you're not, you're you're cool. Like I feel like people think you're cool, but it's kind of like you have this lone wolf vibe. Maybe you're like a popular loner. Like people look up to you, but maybe you keep your distance from people or something like that. Or you choose to kind of like live this single or more lone wolf type of lifestyle, you know? Like you see this Queen of Wands in this card, it's like she's giving this vibe. Like you see how she's like on top of this mountain here. You can see the mountain and the peak of the mountain through her window. She's got this wand and she's sitting there confidently in her chair with this Black Panther. Like I just get like it's so attractive to people. You know, so people basically compliment you on this. Like you give bad bitch vibes, okay? Like I don't know if I can say the full word, but bad vibes, okay? Or baddie, I'll say baddie, but you give like that vibe, like someone that people would think is really cool, like regard, like this is giving energy that transcends age, you know, like if you're an older person, because some of you guys are older, you know, and it's giving like people, like younger people look up to you and think like you're so cool. You know, like that's what I'm getting. Like if you're an older person, I feel like younger people look up to you and think you're really cool, or they aspire to be like you one day or something like that. Like you could live alone or something like that. People just think it's cool, or like you never compromise your individuality, your authenticity and things like that, or your beliefs and things like that. And I feel like people really respect that about you and look up to you. But yes, people really have a lot of respect for you. That is what people compliment you on behind your back, is like I said, you just come across as so cool. And you could be a very creative person as well. Your house could be really cool too. Like some of you guys have like a very eclectic kind of house, or very unique. It's very cool. Some of you guys are just very eclectic people, but you just have a cool house. And you know, like you could be very creative. You could like to make things or something like that. But you could even live in a very unique environment or something like that. But people really like that, or they love where you live or how you decorate or something like that. But yes, and then we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck energy. So what people compliment you on with this Seven of Swords, people may feel like you're a couple steps ahead or something like that, or you're always a couple steps ahead or something like that. And for some reason I was getting that song, the You Never See Me Coming. I forget what anime it's from, but it's a sound on TikTok when it's like, you never see me coming. Like I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but it just started playing in my head. But it's making me think like people may feel like, you know, like they can never predict your moves. Like you may have unpredictable moves, or you seem to always be a few steps ahead of other people. You could be futuristic, you know, definitely. It's giving Aquarius vibes, even though there's no air out here. It's giving Aquarius vibes. You could be a Virgo, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. We have Taurus here, Leo. Any of those elements or any of those signs could be in your chart anywhere, but it doesn't have to be. But yes, it's giving gentle vibes too. Like you could be someone who's like very blunt. Like I feel like you could be a very blunt person. You're very honest, you know, with what your truth is or what you believe or anything like that. Like you're very honest, or you're outspoken and things like that. But at the same time, you have a big heart. You're gentle. You know, it's giving that vibe, like very big Leo energy, Sagittarius energy, Aries energy, like fire sign energy, you know. So you could have be outspoken or blunt, but you have a big heart. People know it's coming from a good place, or you're like, you know, like you come from this energy of like, I don't know, like it seems like you're very empowered through whatever you've been through. I'm not saying you've been through anything, depends on who you are, you know, I don't know, I'm just giving a general reading. But I'm saying like if you have been through things, it's giving like an empowerment through experience is basically what I'm saying, you know, regardless of whatever that experience it is, it gives empowerment through experience. And you like preach, you know, but not in a negative way, or like you're empowering and motivating to others. You know, maybe you guys speak somewhere on a platform or something like that. You're inspiring to others, or the youth, or people, you know, look up to you in some kind of way or something like that. But that is what I have for you guys. I hope that it resonated or brought you clarity. If so, please like the reading. Feel free to subscribe if you like the content. But that's all. Bye.